Peekaboo. Hey, SilkArchitect here, welcoming you guys back to yet another episode of Silk Plays Minecraft. And yes, we have updated to 1.12 finally. And yeah, this is concrete powder in my hand. Just for those of you that don't know about this trick yet, it's really simple to like turn this concrete powder into the full-on concrete version of it. All you have to do is stick it on the ground and then mine it. Well, stick it on the ground next to water, that is. And yeah, you could just hold them down together. As long as you're holding them both in your hands, it's super easy. And you don't need a contraption for it. And I feel silly that I thought at one point in this I thought that there would be contraptions that would do this for you. If you've seen my snapshot first look video, anyways, that's I spoke of it and I worked on it and I made one, and I feel silly now. But that was like maybe even a month ago already, so it's neither here or there. I'm way past that point of giving an F. So yeah, this is the next area. This is the new spot, guys. I'm gonna actually make like the entrance of a base here. So we're starting things off with the staircase that leads up to the door that we'll be making, and it'll be of the slab / stair variety. I kind of like doing unique things with the stairs, and a lot of times people forget that we can walk diagonally. So stairs don't need to be, or like anything in general doesn't need to be in like this X or Y axis. There's also this in between axis, which is this way, and I really like going that way. So we're gonna make this staircase kind of like a unique flavor by making it go diagonally, and also it's gonna entail using carpet on top of these stairs, which I really like the effect that it does. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe that's why I'm the only one that's done this, but but I think it looks steezy as F. So we're gonna continue that on and keep building it upward, up this way, and add more stairs here. And yeah, creating this this diagonal effect pleases me in ways that you guys have no idea, because you know how I am. I like being different. I like being like a little odd bird that does things that goes their own route. I like being the little unique snowflake. All right, guys, just let me be the snowflake, okay? But yeah, so I think that looks really awesome, actually. But the next portion of this will actually be the redstone bits, because I'm gonna place a gravity door, which is also like set diagonally. And I'm pretty proud of it, because I did have to design it myself, because I've yet to see anyone do a diagonal gravity door. And it's not like I'm not trying to do like a humble brag. I just feel like people should always get recognition for things that they come up with. You know, it may not always be the case. But yeah. So yeah, we started off with this diagonal portion here. Alright, so we add more to this in this area here, add some of that action here, and we basically just make that like all diagonal. And like when you're doing redstone, don't be afraid to like break things, because yeah, you need a lot of space for this. Just like it's easier to get a grasp of everything that you're doing if you create the space. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, make this a little bit wider so I can see what the heck I'm doing. But here we go. Okay, all right. So here, let's use torches. I mean, that's kind of what you do, right? Instead of like dirt blocks as temporary blocks, torches are a bit easier. And yeah, so we have that diagonal out like that, and then we stick it out by 2, And in this area here, I place redstone torches in those areas, and that is going to actually be right next to. Wait a second here. Yeah, that's where I want it to be. The place where we're gonna want to stick our pistons are actually going to be in this location, right under this hole. So right there, and then just have it all facing diagonal that way, because I like this whole staggered this staggered design here. I don't think I'll be able to escape that right away. I'll just place this piston here already, because it eventually has to go here anyways. Okay, and then same with this one as well. And here, nope, I put that in reverse. We need this sticky piston first, and then this. And yeah, there's the diagonal double pistons that extend, and the way that we're gonna get this to operate is actually pretty unique, and I like it a lot for that fact. So so you just place this piston here and that piston there, and you stick the observer block in this area here, so that when this piston extends, it activates this piston, which the observer block sees the update and does this first initial piston, which that's how that works. And let's oh look, won't have to dig too much further in. Yeah, that's why I like digging into spaces. It really gives me like a good idea of like the spacing that I'll need. And okay, so we'll need a couple repeaters here for this, and you could get rid of that actually, or I'll just leave that there for now. Just it helps with the visualization. I got trying to do this redstone off memory like is kind of funky. Like I wish I could have both clients up at the same time, but apparently my computer struggles. So yeah. All right. What I did forget to do was this design here, repeated. So that could go like that. Can I? Will I be able to? There we go. All right, sweet. So like that again, and like that. So it could all be palatable diagonally, except for the fact that it's staggered, and I don't know how many times I've said diagonally in this episode, but I have. All right, so okay, the redstone can all go. Like the reason why I don't have to stick another repeater right here is because this block actually activates this redstone right here. So there's that, and for some reason it doesn't do it there. So we have both repeaters. So that's going to be set at 1 tick. So the way that double pistons work is that you have to activate one, and then a tick later the other one gets updated so that they can actually both extend and then retract at a good time. So that's why this actually works. And here, let's test it out actually, now that I didn't put the observer blocks in other spaces. Okay, so at least we figured that out before we made a mistake there. I guess to stick this observer, we need to do some block breakage. All right. But then we can always just place it back, and there's redstone on top of that. All right, cool. And same thing here. Stick the observer block in that space there. Make sure that the face is facing this way. And the way that I remember it, and the way that I think that they have it face this way is because, yeah, there's eyes there that see what's going on. And then it gets released at the back end, I guess. All right. So I think we could test it out, and of course I do not have, You know, we'll just use redstone torch. That's fine. Okay, so did that retracted everything. Perfect. Perfect. I'm glad that worked. All in one shot too. Sweet. Okay. So we've got that all in order. We can, well, that's not where that goes. To have them all in that retract space. And here, let's sleep. The reason why I updated to 1.12 for this are these gravity blocks. Oh man, I love them. I love them. I love them to death. I'm so tired of, I mean, I always loved gravity doors, right? Like, it was always a thing for me. I liked them. The idea of them was pretty great, you know? Like, the doors, they shut themselves almost. And yeah, with this here, we can actually just, all right, so if we remove that, that'll simulate the closed portion, and there it is. They're closed. Man, how freaking neat is that, right? Man, I'm really liking this design so far. So we'll be designing the outside portion here, which I'm pretty excited about it because it pops. It like really, it definitely makes the mountain pop. Like, it's a darker gray and it has a lot of this blue action going on. And I really like the 1.12 light blue, which on the contrary, oh, I don't have any on me, but the teal, or not the teal, but the cyan blue is not so hot when it comes to the carpet anyways. But yeah, so I start things off here like so, and yeah, just a couple outside features there, and we want some of this concrete powder at the top portions here, just to kind of like fade out or darken up the gray top section to make it blend more with this this gray concrete. Almost said something else. But yeah, there we go. Stick that out like that. But yeah, on the inside here, I place some staircases to you know, just kind of like a little tiny awning, and I really like how that shape goes for that. So so yeah, that's how that is. And the outer sections here are actually gonna be the actual clay instead of the concrete. All right, in this section here, we're gonna slope upward with the concrete to provide that effect that brings it up. I can remove that now, actually. And yeah, and then on this section here, I'm gonna have this jut out a bit, and it's gonna provide like a certain aesthetic here. Actually, I don't know how far I need to go out. I'm just gonna go extra just in case. I can always just remove that bit if I need to. And I already did this section here, so that's fine. And along the outside, we're gonna slope this even further with a highlight of light blue to really like make it pop. And yeah, I believe that's all I need to do for that. So let's get some more of this, cover this section here. This can be this color actually. And yeah, so these things extend out for a reason, because I actually want to create like a ribbon effect. Alright, we'll close that section off there. And then remove these bits. And it really reminds me of like a shoelace. So I mean, because I'm gonna do that over there as well. It's not a shoelace though. I just like going abstract with my builds, just because honestly, like I don't want to just build a building. like so many people build buildings. We don't need none of that. Nah, I like building buildings as well, but honestly, my favorite builds are like ones that may not even make sense actually. Just they have like a presence about them. Oh, well, I lost that piece for now. Here, let's get rid of that so I don't forget about it later. So to wrap up this top area, we just need to do a few touch-ups of gray concrete, and yeah, it adds a little curved effect when you give it a different color, but it doesn't make it too sharp, I think. Well, it's still sharp, but I like the way that it blends this together for this ribbon. That's not quite a ribbon. Yeah. So for this outside portion, I'm actually going to add some blue here to help bring this together. I'll call it the trifecta effect with the three light blue concrete, and we want to bring the lace part of this a bit down more. Have some leftover blocks here from earlier. And I want to cover this section up as well, but since we're going to be placing redstone for the button, or the lever actually, I'm going to leave that open for now, and we'll just do that over here on this side. And yeah, for the actual stair portion, I did put some railings, but I like the effect that all of these, like the stair and the carpet, like just the level of detail that brings. So I wanted to add something without taking too much away from that. So I decided to go with some iron bars because they're really thin, so you could still get a good view of this section here without, and you know, still get the guardrails to add another extra detail to it. And I'm loving it. I'm freaking loving it, man. It's not even McDonald's. But yeah, so there's that, and yeah, that adds a certain level of detail that this was craving, I feel. And all that's left really is to add the lever and then connect up the door to the actual lever itself. So let's go ahead and do that here, and yeah, that could be placed like that. Just need some redstone to add, and then one right here, more redstone there. I feel like that should actually activate the door. Oh, one thing with the door though, I wanted to add some gray stained glass here, because I felt that the blue was too loud, so I wanted to tone it down a bit. And covering it up with this when it's in the close function, it actually looks super awesome, I think. And when it's closed, you can't really do anything with it, right? But when it's open, it frees up these glass planes. Glass panes. Yeah, I struggle with that word, I guess. But yeah, and you can actually walk through it and stuff, and probably put another lever there, like in that section. But yeah, what do you guys think of this build? Leave down in the comments below. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode. So if you enjoyed this episode of Silk Plays Minecraft, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, guys, I love you. So don't forget it. I'll catch you guys in the next one.